Good morning everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the topic of UX UI boot camps. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, my name is Grace and recently I made a career move to go into the field of UX UI. I don't want to get too into what UX UI is. I feel like that can be researched and talked about later. For those of you guys who are interested in learning more about my experience with UX UI boot camps, then this might be the video for you, especially for those who are prospective students who want to go and are thinking and are on the fence about going back to school. Maybe this video may or may not help you decide which school you want to go to, and this is just my experience, so I just wanted to share it with you guys, and hopefully it will be helpful for those of you guys who are thinking about going to boot camp. So a little bit of backstory about myself. I was in marketing straight after college, so I went right into marketing for a small startup. After a year and around 3 months, I decided I wanted to go back to school to kind of study. So I decided to enroll in a 1-week intensive general assembly class in Little Tokyo. This program was basically approximately like $3,950. It was pretty expensive for a 1-week course, but I decided to pay it anyways. Took some PTO and I went to the General Assembly. My class consisted of 5 students and 1 teacher. For me, it was kind of like I liked it and I didn't, because it didn't really feel like a class, but I liked it because it was really intimate and I could have a lot of one-on-one interactions with my teachers as well as my peers. This course is extremely fast, and there's a reason why they call it intensive, because basically by the end of the week, you are supposed to be finished with 1 project and you're supposed to be able to present that project to your class. I definitely do not regret taking it because I think it's kind of what got me like in the door of UX. It gave me a better understanding of what it is and how it's applied to the real world. But at the same time, I would say that if you're expecting that you're gonna make a career move by the end of this 1-week intensive class, I would say you're not quite ready, because they don't give you enough resources, I think, in order for you to be completely competitor ready by the end of this course, in my opinion. Again, this is totally subjective and this may be different for certain people. I didn't feel nearly as ready to even call myself a UX UI designer. At the end of the course, I remember I went back to work and then I kind of like didn't touch my project again. It was kind of like I don't really know where to begin, especially when it came to like portfolio building. I would say the pros to this program is that it is very intimate. The teachers are amazing and they help you a lot. The cons is, I would say, for the money's worth, if you really are trying to make a huge career shift, for the amount of money you're paying, it's better to put it into a longer program because you might get more resources and a lot more time to actually work and curate things that you would be wanting to put on your portfolio. That's just my recommendation. So after I did this program, I went back to work and I don't think I really thought about UX UI for a while, and I was just still overwhelmed. I was like, I'm hearing all these things from people, like I have to learn coding, like I have to build a portfolio, to have a certain number of projects before I even can apply to jobs, and so I kind of still felt like I was back to level 1, even though I did have a general understanding of how it works. One day when I was visiting my friend at Twitch, I talked to a UX designer there and he actually recommended a program from UCI, continuing education. So I decided I wanted to look into it because I knew I wanted to go back to school, and this is after I decided to leave my old company and I wanted to make a career move. I wanted to look into either going into teaching, like taking my GREs, or I wanted to just look into keep pursuing this route of UX UI, even though I felt like it was still so foreign to me. I ultimately decided to go back to school for UCI's continuing education program. This program is 6 months long and it was part-time, so I went to school on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And the hours were Tuesdays and Thursdays were from 6:30 to 9:30 and Saturdays were from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For this class, you have 3 group projects, including your group presentations that you have to do in front of class, as well as 2 individual solo projects. So by the end of this class, you have around 5 projects that you can put onto your portfolio. Not only that, but they do teach you a bit of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that you can use to actually build your portfolio. So that's what a lot of our classmates are actually using to build their portfolio. We're actually hand coding it, which is really cool. It was such a blessing to just be able to connect with people from different fields, like all over. There was like students, graphic designers, people in finance, people who were stay-at-home moms. It was interesting to hear different perspectives, especially when you're working in group projects, because everyone has a different solution to the problem, but you have to collaboratively come up with an idea of how you can solve that solution with not just satisfying the people in your group, but also satisfying your potential users. I really enjoyed that. That was something that I didn't really get at General Assembly. Our project at General Assembly was completely solo. I kind of liked the fact that I was working with team members because we were bouncing ideas off one another, which I think is something that happens in the real world more so than if you're working solo, unless you're working at a startup. It's great practice that you can work as a team and see where your strengths are and see what you can improve on. I also like the fact that we had presentations, because a lot of the times if you're going to go into UX UI, you have to be presenting your designs and explaining why you decided to design the way that you did. It can't just be based on subjective views of, I like this design, I like this color, which is why I decided to put it into my project. That was also great practice to just improve on public speaking skills, and it was great to see everyone's work and how you can learn from one another. For this program, we had two teachers, and one was a full stack developer and the other one was a senior UX designer. And then we also had two TAs, and they were always available for you. I remember one time one of my teachers, he actually FaceTimed me and he was working with me through the problem, which for me felt like the students were the priority for the teachers, which is something that I really appreciated, and I thought it was extremely helpful when I needed it the most. Another thing I really enjoyed about this program is the fact that they actually helped you work on your portfolio, and this is really important because this is what you're actually going to be showing people who are hiring. Hey, this is my work, this is what I can do. And the fact that we were able to work on it in class with the help of our teachers, it was just really nice. I just felt like there was a lot of support in this program, and I had a lot of time to really work on my projects and think about what I wanted to do and work collaboratively with other people. In my honest opinion, if someone asked me should I take a 1 week intensive or a 6-month program, I would honestly say just invest in the longer program. I know it's a lot more money and I know it's a lot more time, but I feel like in the long run, it's more worth the investment than just going the shorter route. I would really say just utilize the people around you. Like, there's always something you can learn from someone, and don't take that for granted. For those of you guys who are thinking of making a career switch, whether it be in UX or whether it be in anything else, I would say there's a lot of fear and anxiety that comes when you're making a huge career move, but at the end of the day, you can do it. And I think that's something that I had to learn. I always looked at like UX designers or like coders and thought, wow, like how would I ever be able to learn that? How would I ever be able to create something remotely even close to as good as that? And the thing is, you can if you start somewhere and actually work hard at it. Of course, for me, now is the time where I have to be applying for jobs and like really honing in on the skills that I learned from the 6-month program. However, I just wanted to share this with you guys in case you guys were on the fence about making a career switch, or for those of you guys who are thinking about going to UX UI. These are just my experiences that I encountered when I was a student for UX. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm still like learning. I'm still new in this field and I'm still trying to get my foot in the door. But if you guys are interested, you guys can like leave me a comment, and I'd love to just respond to you guys and connect with you guys. So yeah, I hope this video was informative for you guys. That's about that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. So I'll see you then. Bye!